Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the largest are slowing the fastest. The OECD says economic expansions are slowing quickly now in most countries, with the fastest slowdowns occurring in the largest economies, especially the US and China. Only Canada and Japan are expected to see rising growth, and they are both off low levels anyway. They see New Zealand with a 2.5% growth rate and well above most G20 countries, but that probably didn't adjust for after yesterday's weak second quarter result came in at 2.1%. The OECD report says that the world's growth has now slowed to its lowest level since the GFC. In the US, the latest regional Fed survey in the Pennsylvania area shows slowing of activity, although not as much as markets were expecting. And the slowing growth in August home sales in the US also came in less worse than observers were expecting. On Wall Street, the financial stresses are continuing, with the New York Fed having to inject another $75 billion overnight through the repo system that keeps bank capital stable. That followed a dose of the same size on Wednesday and $53 billion the day before. The lubrication is mounting up, now exceeding $200 billion. In Canada, the unofficial survey of jobs growth came in better in August than July, both showing strong gains. In Japan, as expected, their latest official interest rate review kept rates and policy unchanged, but they did signal that more easing measures may be coming in October. Domestic unrest and the US-China trade war seems likely to push Hong Kong into recession, according to local government officials. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority has cut its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points to 2.25%. In Australia, they reported poor jobs data yesterday, with all the growth in part-time positions. Analysts think this will be a trigger for another RBA rate cut. The US Treasury 10-year yield is unchanged today at 1.78%. Gold is in a holding pattern, up $2 to $1,499 an ounce, and US oil prices are unchanged as well today at $58 a barrel. But the Brent benchmark is up $1 to just under $64.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is softer at 63.1 US cents. On the cross rates, we've firmed a bit to 92.7 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're down to 57.1 euro cents. That leaves the trade-weighted index at the same low level it was this time yesterday, 68.4. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.